Welcome to CIF Southern Section Football on GTV. We are nestled beneath Magnolia Boulevard on the campus of RCC. Ghazal Hassan and Jeff told
these teams, at least in the early going, when you have both offenses trying to get things going in game one, you certainly want to have the ball in good shape.
Our first look at Niles Harrell, the 6'1", 180-pound sophomore quarterback for Notre Dame, working out of the shotgun. We'll hand the ball off.
Game situation.
Two receivers to the far side. To the near side, the receiver is Betosh. The sophomore Harrell takes the snap, looking to the near side. He'll lock it for the railroad, caught at the 40-yard line. He breaks one tackle, and now he'll be...
So now I think after running a couple of semi-hurry-up offensive plays, Notre Dame's going to slow this down. Obviously, just outside the red zone. You want to try to capitalize here with just under 5 minutes left in quarter number one.
2nd and 11 from the 22. Harrell back behind center. In the slot, Leon on the near side for Notre Dame. Harrell looking for the quick hitter to Betosh, complete, and he's tackled at the 5-yard line. Split two defenders, and he's brought down at the 5. 17-yard pickup completion from Harrell to Betosh.
And terrific touch on that pass, too. That couldn't have been thrown any better. Right in his hands on the quick pop pass across the left side.
They want to avoid it. Rolling snap. Harrell's in trouble. He's got to roll. He's going to throw to the corner of the end zone. Tipped. Was it caught? No indication yet. Touchdown, Notre Dame. I believe that was Betosh.
A difficult touchdown reception by Betosh from 8 yards away. Let's take a look at this again. They've been going to Betosh a lot here in the first half. And what a great job of just handling the snap. Rolling to the near side, throwing kind of off his back foot. And Betosh going up the ladder, fighting off a couple of Xavier defenders, hauls it in for the touchdown.
To the 42. It'll be 2nd and 12 coming up for Notre Dame as we're under 10 minutes to play here in the first half.
And looking at both quarterbacks, at least to this point in the game, you would know that Harrell is the sophomore and that Voyne is the senior. They're both playing opposite. It's almost like Voyne's playing like a sophomore and Harrell's playing like a senior to this point in the game.
Second and 12, the toss to...
Now, if you're Notre Dame, maybe this is the time to go to a little pop pass across the middle.
Running that pistol.
Across the middle.
4th and 5. Notre Dame will keep the offense on the field. Here's Niles Harrell rolling to the right side. He's got some time. He'll throw to the outside. That's complete. That's Betosh. Catches the ball at about the 25. He'll circle back and get inside the 20. And that will be a first down. 16-yard pickup on that. So it'll be a first down and a personal foul on the Titans.
Let's take a look at the end of this play. Good rollout by Harrell. Floats a perfect touch right over the linebacker in front of the secondary. And turning the ball upfield is...
Harrell hands the ball off. Guerrero running left. Now he cuts back up inside. Harrell back behind center. Now Betosh this time will go to the far side. Mullins to the near side. In the near slot is Noel Leon. 3rd and 6 from the 19 for Notre Dame. Harrell with the snap, looking to the near side. He'll throw. Complete. This time Mullins looks it into the hand. Stood up by Isaac Ortega, who had 70 tackles last year. 3rd and 7. Harrell, kind of a jailbreak blitz, dumps it in space to Smith, and this time Smith will not be denied. He's in for the touchdown. 10-yard reception on the little flare pass from 13 plays, 50 yards on that drive, 7:56. Keep in mind there were a couple of penalties that scuttled Notre Dame, but they did matriculate the ball into the end zone, as Hank Stram would like to say. Even though it's grammatically incorrect, I just love Hank Stram, so I want to throw that out there. Touchdown pass from Niles Harrell to Wes Smith. 7-yard swing pass puts Smith into the end zone.
And Pep made an excellent point, with a long drive like those stats you just mentioned. A long sustained drive does a lot of things. It keeps the other team's offense off the field and allows your offense to get in rhythm, and especially when you're able to capitalize and put the ball in the end zone.
They will go for two. Offense back out there. See if they try some trickery here. Throwing to the right side, it's complete. And that's Leon to the pylon. He's in for the two-point conversion. Harrell to Leon makes it 14-0 Notre Dame.
Well, everything going right in the first half for the Titans. There's a look at the junior wide receiver, Leon.
Second and goal coming up, the ball just outside the 1. Harrell keeping it. Touchdown. Niles Harrell with a 1-yard touchdown run at 57 seconds to play in the first half makes it 20-0.
Well, Harrell's got a touchdown pass to his credit. Now you can add one via the ground. Shotgun formation, fake to Smith. Harrell takes a step toward the line of scrimmage, then he decides to run laterally, turns it up just in time to dive into the end zone for the 1-yard touchdown.
Savovoin lost his
helmet. And you guys might have touched on this as well, that the starting quarterback, Niles Harrell, is only a sophomore and he's a captain. I talked to some of the assistant coaches at Notre Dame before the start of the game, and they said he is the hardest worker on the team. No doubt, hands down, he's the hardest worker. And it was actually his teammates that voted to make him one of the captains as a sophomore. So his first game as a varsity quarterback, and he has his team up 21-0 right now at the half. Gazal and Jeff?
That's a great little tidbit there.
And that's the point I made earlier, Gasol, about he's actually playing more like a senior instead of a sophomore. And the senior quarterback's playing more like a sophomore on the side of Xavier Prep.
Before we go to break, you brought up that point, and this is what I think. I mean, Harrell likely played
a couple points, 21 to be exact. We saw Niles Harrell throw the touchdown. He ran one in, and of course Wes Smith also found the end zone. So the Titans sitting pretty, and Coach Bob Molliet has some work to do here in the second half. Gazal and Jeff?
Thanks, Pep. We're at halftime here, 21-0.
Lead.
Talking to Bob Moylan, who's the head coach of Xavier Prep before the game, he seemed to be confident in their passing attack, and that's kind of come apart on him. They've not really been effective as Harrell will take the snap first and 10 from the 16 for Notre Dame. Harrell loading it up. He'll throw down. I believe that's intended for Batosh. What a catch. The only question is, did he stay in bounds? And he did. Catch up to the 43, 27-yard completion from Harrell to Batosh. And I like the way Harrell is kind of feeling his oats, getting more confident with each play, Jeff.
Well, Harrell sees this man-to-man situation at the top of your screen, and he's just been throwing these alley-oops up pretty much most of the night and allowing the big man to go up the ladder. That being Batosh, out jumping the quarterback.
And 3 turnovers and a block kick, 2 of which set up.
But they need to try to get the first down. They'll need to get the ball to about the 6 to accomplish that.
Batosh slid out to the far side. Guerrero in the near slot, watch him. Mullen slid out to the near side, Harrell behind center. Smith very deep in the tailback position. Looking right, the little bubble screen to Smith running outside.
In the first quarter, they were trying to run him off the tackle. And this is what you want to do. You want to get those swing passes out in the flat and allow your athletes to make plays. Good block, too, by Guerrero. You saw the seal block on the top of the screen.
21-14. Harrell takes the snap, gives it to Smith, trying to get outside. They've contained him all game, but this time he'll get around Jose Trujillo, the senior. So not first and goal, it'll be first and 10 from the 12. Harrell, play fake, rolling right. He's got pressure. He'll run with it. He'll get over the 10 and be tackled inside the 10 down about the 8-yard line. Making the play is Zach Pinagayo, the senior for Xavier Prep. It'll be 2nd and 6. Up comes Derek Johnson on the chalkboard with his defense on the sideline. Here's Harrell. Tailback is Smith. Trujillo, the fullback. Turn and give to Wes Smith. And he 27-21 the final. A great opener for us here. CIF Southern Section Football on GTV. For Jeff Tolcher, Pep Fernandez, the entire GTV crew, our executive producer Scott Brocious. My name is Ghazal Hassan. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.